In the evolving story of Nigeria's democracy, the APC's political playbook continues to defy conventional patterns. Born from the fusion of political interests in 2013, the APC transitioned from opposition to dominance, wresting power from the PDP in 2015, a shift many said was historic. And in 2023, the party retained the presidency through the political astuteness of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has since become the rallying force behind the APC's new wave of consolidation.
Is one party ruling and driving the aspiration of Nigerians? Where do they start? You don't blame a people bailing out of a sinking ship when they have no life jacket.
But that strength is raising new questions, especially amid a wave of defections from the PDP, the Labour Party, and the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP) into the APC, sparking fears that Nigeria may be drifting towards a one-party state.
If we must, as a nation, go one party, then it must be designed, must be planned by experts, and we know what we are going in for. But if we come through the back door by political manipulations, then we're heading to crisis.
The former president's warning follows concerns over the political crisis in Rivers State, which spiraled into an emergency rule declaration, one many see as a troubling precedent.
We are not saying that we are working for one party system, but if that is the wish of Nigerians, we cannot quarrel with that. You know, they say too many cooks spoil the soup. Too many political parties spoil governance.
Yet, if the APC is rising, the PDP is unraveling, plagued by unresolved leadership issues, power tussles, and mass defections. As 2025 began, the PDP was already in chaos, with the fate of the acting national chairman of the party, Umar Damagum, and the national secretary, Samuel Anyang, uncertain amid calls for resignations.
Let Ambassador Ilyasu Damagum revert to his original position as Deputy National Chairman and let the North Center bring forth a replacement for IU.
The drama escalated with a wave of suspensions within the NWC. The temporary suspension of Debo Olugwamba, the party's national publicity secretary, led by Ibrahim Mangar, who stepped in temporarily until the PDP Governors Forum called for a truce.
In the face of the reckless violation of a subsisting court order, therefore, we are hereby left with no option but to deploy the services of security agencies in the enforcement of the rule of law. For emphasis, the NWC decision had arisen following the temporary suspension of National Publicity Secretary, my colleague Honorable Debo Ologunagba, and the National Legal Advisor, Kamaldeen Ajibade SAN.
Then came the confusion over who holds the office of the National Secretary, Senator Sam Anyang or Sunday Ude Okoye. Following a Supreme Court ruling, the PDP Governors Forum appointed Mr. Koshedo as the interim secretary. As the PDP struggled for stability, high-profile exits followed. Governor Sheriff Oborowari and the former vice presidential candidate Ifeanyi Okowa defected to the APC in April.
It's not a defection, it's a movement. We have done consultation with the National Assembly, with leadership, with stakeholders.
It was not about me, it was not about the governor, but the fact that there is a need for us to connect to Abuja.
At a recently held NEC meeting, the PDP accused the APC of orchestrating a sinister plot to destroy the multi-party democracy, vowing, however, to resist it.
NEC stands in firm resistance to the sinister plot by the Tinubu-led APC to turn Nigeria into a one-party totalitarian state, as evidenced in the desperate attempts to strip and annihilate opposition parties through open siege, threats, and intimidation.
Yet, the PDP remains embroiled in further disputes, from unresolved South-South zonal leadership to Minister Nyesom Wike's ongoing battle with Sheyi Makinde. Wike, after briefly showing interest in reconciliation, pulled out of the peace deal. And while the PDP blames external forces, the Labour Party and the NNPP face their own leadership headaches. The Labour Party's internal rift between Julius Abure and Nenadi Usman has persisted despite Supreme Court judgments. Still, former presidential candidate Peter Obi is pressing forward.
I'll still continue in Labour, to run in Labour Party. Because the reality is that I'm a Labour Party member. But today, in all the parties, there's a problem. And these are deliberate problems created by the system. Quote me anyone. It is deliberate problem created by the system. These are some of the things I want to clean up. If I had the opportunity, every party would have been functional very well.
In the NNPP, led by Rabiu Kwankwaso, factional battles and the rebranding efforts have slowed momentum. The Social Democratic Party, touted as a coalition partner, has accused the Tinubu government of chasing re-election rather than performance. With all parties grappling with internal and external battles, the 2027 elections are shaping up to be less about manifestos and more about survival. The APC may be on the path to unchallenged dominance, but democracy, as many one, thrives only when there are real alternatives. Mary Chinder, Rise News.